Ji.
I have to say, if you look at this map, Delhi is turning saffron.
Yeah.
I mean, this is unprecedented. This is a replication, and in fact, this is more than the assembly seats in just few months ago in the Lok Sabha election.
Now, I'm just saying, is it just is it mirroring the June 2024 performance of the BJP?
If you look at the BJP Lok Sabha leads, in how many of those constituencies BJP is leading? Yes, 35 to 12. Out of the 48 seats that the BJP was leading in Lok Sabha 2024, it's currently leading in 35, Aam Aadmi Party only 12. So thereabouts,
I think we should bring out that soundbite. I'd be very interested to hear when the Prime Minister says, give us a chance. It was very emotional.
Yes.
He reiterated it a couple of times. It'd be interesting to see that bite now, how much of an impact it's actually had on the psyche, saying that, okay, we probably need this Gathbandhan Sarkar. The one thing that people were getting a little tired of was that Mr. Kejriwal constantly blamed the LG's office for every failure. Even if the road was potholed, he said, no, not my problem, LG's problem. He's sitting on this, he's sitting on that. So people are saying, well, okay, if you can't manage it, can't manage an equation like Sheila Dikshit did, then we'll get somebody else.
I think one more important aspect is that the BJP's tone this time around in Delhi and even in Haryana or even in Maharashtra was not of arrogance. It was not even of confidence. It was of humility. So the Prime Minister's tone from आएगा तो मोदी ही and अब की बार 400 पार to saying कि विकसित भारत की विकसित दिल्ली आपने उनको 25 साल से ज़्यादा मौका दिया, एक बार हमें 5 साल दे दीजिए. See, I think there is a difference in the way the political parties that learn from mistakes are the ones that survive and then they prosper.
Correct.
Has the Congress learned from its mistake? 2013, I remember Rahul Gandhi standing there and saying, we will revisit, we'll learn from our mistakes. It was a tough election. 2015, he said the same thing. 2019, he said the same thing. 2020, he said the same thing. 2024, he said the same thing.
Now we have all 70 seats are reporting, 46 to the BJP, 23 to the Aam Aadmi Party. All 70 seats are reporting. We've got a couple of new seats that are reporting. Karol Bagh, Dushant Gautam of the BJP is leading. Watch out for him. He'll be an important player in this post equation. You also have from Nangloi Jat, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate was leading from Nangloi Jat. Raghuvinder Shokin is his name. And in Kondli again, which is in the outskirts on the eastern side, in Kondli the AAP candidate is leading. So all 70 seats are reporting. BJP at 46. Aam Aadmi Party
the worst scenario for the AAP will be if Kejriwal loses and the AAP gets decimated. It's the worst scenario possible. It's probably a mortal blow to the AAP if this trend holds and if this happens.
No, but you said AAP is Kejriwal, Kejriwal is AAP.
That's right.
So if Arvind Kejriwal is losing New Delhi, then Aam Aadmi Party is losing Delhi. That's what it is.
Kejriwal is trailing, Mr. Sisodia is trailing, and Atishi is trailing. All three are trailing right now.
And I'll tell you, the Aam Aadmi Party big faces who are leading right now are leading purely because of the work individually they have done as MLAs in their constituencies. Saurabh Bharadwaj. Nobody will challenge him in Venkatega. He's doing well.
Let's look at the people who got a new opportunity.
Satyendra Jain has done well. He's done work in Shakur Basti. So I'm just saying, John, locally kaam kiya jin logon ne. Gopal Rai, Kailash Gehlot also has worked. Maybe AAP, now BJP, but he's worked in his constituency and they have local support.
Now, gentlemen, all old Delhi constituencies, Balimaran, BJP candidate leading, Chandni Chowk, BJP candidate leading, Sadar Bazar, BJP candidate leading.
Historic.
Somnath Bharti is trailing now. Somnath Bharti is
trailing. Mr. Upadhyay, Satish Upadhyay of the BJP is leading in Malviya Nagar.
In Chandni Chowk, we discussed this during the exit polls day also. In Chandni Chowk, the RSS, which used to work with, and it's their old gad, they really worked door-to-door campaigning and they worked quietly out there saying, getting their voters to come back and believe in the BJP and in the ideology and getting them to come to cast their vote. That's another thing, Pehle hota tha ki wo dukandar of Chandni Chowk used to shut shop and go and vote for the BJP because there was so much at stake. This time they told them that, come and vote. So if they have done this and Balimara, remember that song? Unse Milna, Purani Delhi mein.
What about this whole,
but so it's really like that. It's that Chandni Chowk area. And coming back to what Rahul was saying about
Dari Be Talak,
Teri Meri Kahani Delhi mein.
Guys, I have to sing, on some channels they sing,
Yeah. we let Manoj Tiwari come and sing again on the channel.
On some channels, the anchors also dance.
They stand
I doubt if they're doing that right now.
No, but Smita Prakash,
in our channel,
we can sing and we can dance, but right now we've got our job to do, so we're doing our jobs.
So one more point which Rahul was making, which is that if it's what happens to the Aam Aadmi Party if both implode, which is Kejriwal as well as Aam Aadmi Party. If that happens, then take the signal which Omar has just tweeted, that he's the first of the bloc from the India alliance to say that lado. If that is what is going to happen, I stick my neck out to say that there will be some kind of a third front which will come out minus the BJP, minus the Congress. KCR tried it in 2024, did not happen, and it was a disastrous start. But I see that happening.
On the contrary, I think if AAP loses and Kejriwal loses, Rahul Gandhi will be happy.
Yeah.
It reinforces his position in the India alliance.
Yes, so I want to ask you a question then. Zach, I want to ask you this question.
And if the Congress shows a growth in vote share,
it doesn't matter whether they get 0 MLAs. Rahul Gandhi will be happy.
So tell me, will Rahul Gandhi then accept this verdict?
Of course he will. Why will he not?
Well, because
the
EVM, the EC, what's he going to say?
But if the Congress posts a 2 to 3% up in vote share, despite getting any seats, then they will take the verdict, and if Arvind Kejriwal loses, they will only be happy.
I just want to make a small conventional wisdom point, which Zach, please bear me out on this. We all began by saying, what is the low turnout going to mean? The low turnout is going in BJP's favor.
We're also putting the vote share numbers as of now. See, BJP is at 52%, AAP is at 40%. 12% gap between the BJP and the AAP.
It's a reversal.
Yeah, it's a reverse. It's a reverse. Griha, live result up. Yes, Griha.
I am going to tell you, Anand, about really close calls that we are getting. Do you know the number of votes that Arvind Kejriwal is trailing by? Just 48. That is the number. That's how thin the margin is. Atishi, we are learning, is trailing by 1,159 votes so far. The counting is still on first round. But Rohini, we've got an update. The BJP chief of Delhi, Mr. Vijayendra Gupta, in fact, is trailing by just 48 votes. That is how thin the margin is.
Right.
And as far as the other rounds are concerned, Anand, we are also getting to know that as far as Kirari, 23 rounds are supposed to be counted. There have been just 2 that have happened so far. BJP has the lead by just 290 votes. That's how slim the margin is. And also, this is what has happened in Rajendra Nagar. Just a short while back, after the 2 rounds, we were learning that Aam Aadmi Party has an edge by just 676 votes. And in just 5 minutes, that edge has increased to more than 7,800 votes. So that is how it is, in fact, oscillating, and in fact, it's becoming...
What's the status with Manish Sisodia?
Manish Sisodia, we do not have an update
He's
yet
still
because the
trailing.
first round
He's
is still on.
You know, there's
We
been a
don't know
flip.
the numbers,
There's been
but
a
he's still
flip in
trailing.
Mustafabad. Abhijit Majumdar, Mustafabad now. Mohan Singh Bisht of the BJP is leading in Mustafabad. It was the AAP candidate who was leading there before.
Which means Tahir Hussain must have cut into the votes of the Congress.
Possibly. So Mr. Bisht is leading of
that
the BJP.
Is Oasis party.
Yes.
So if they have cut into the votes, we have to see how much they have cut into the votes. If the Congress has gained vote share, how much they have gained vote share. These are all important stories.
But what it does tell you...
But the national picture,
it's a close, down to the wire kind of contest. This was not expected. This was not expected. The AAP was saying that, look, these exit polls have got it completely wrong. Now, yes, the exit polls might have overemphasized the seats on the basis of vote share, but this is not a canter. Everyone's going to sweat in the AAP. They're going to sweat. They're going to have a huge suspense building in the AAP till about 12 o'clock. Because
there is a loss of faith in the AAP that is evident right now, even though there is just the first or second round of counting.
And we don't also know.
If this trend holds, then that means a huge loss of faith in this entire Kejri model of governance.
There is definitely a mood
overall
swing.
vote share is very high for BJP.
Yeah.
Maybe there are a few close seats, but those are very...
But it tells you there is a mood swing away. I mean, even if you were looking at this, no exit poll has been able to poll so many voters.
Correct.
Even first round of Delhi, no exit poll comes close to even polling that much sentiment. That sentiment, I don't know. I'm sensing that there is trouble for the AAP. How much trouble they are in,
Mr.
we'll have to see.
Kejriwal, Mr. Sisodia and Atishi, all 3 big faces of the AAP are trailing, then I think it's clearly, the voters of Delhi seem to have made
Obviously,
up their
we'll
minds.
also have to look at pockets because Delhi things change very quickly in pockets. So it could be that in New Delhi, some of the more urbane areas have been sort of polled right now. Some of the less privileged
Sir, you have
areas
been very
are
quiet.
yet to sort of, I don't know, we'll have to see.
What is your thinking?
What's
Delhi is a very small
Thinking is that AAP will definitely
roughly voters
Okay.
But in
compared
some
to
areas-
4.5 lakh in most others. So you're right. I mean,
No,
the trend could
that's
change.
fine. That,
I agree,
he
Rahul,
might
the
be onto
trend
something.
could change very fast in New Delhi because
Yes.
it is a very small constituency.
Small, but it also
is
has
Rahul's
pockets
vote
of,
also?
It also has pockets of destitution.
Rahul's vote, Nalin's vote,
48 votes.
Abhijit's vote,
No, I'm in
Smita's
South
vote,
Delhi, South
everybody.
I'm in
No,
South
no,
Delhi. I
Rahul is
live
in South Delhi. He's a little more, on the posher side of
No, but he lives in Lutyens. He's the Khan Market gang.
Khan Market gang with the RSS initials. The real insider, outsider. No, fundamentally, look, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a long day. I think it's going to be at least 11:30 till you have 5 or 6 rounds
Correct.
in. Let's not jump the gun. I know a lot of channels will be...
we are not in any hurry to call
Yeah.
this election or anything. I was just saying that by 9:45, 10, you'll have all the netas coming out. And each neta,
Celebrations can
even
wait.
beyond what they say, it's about how they walk, what their how is, what their body language is.
What are they
We would
cooking?
know. We will know which way the drift is
Can I
moving,
say
which way
something,
the
if this trend holds of vote share,
Ji.
then I think the margin of victory will be much higher for BJP.
Ah.
I think this seat share will
Yeah,
open
yeah.
up
Seat
to
share
more
will
like
increase.
3 seats. Because it's 52%. I mean, that's
I mean, if the vote share holds at 51, I mean, this is going to be a
landslide.
It's going to be a mirror of the perhaps last election in reverse.
You know,
but
maybe that not resigning in jail was not a good idea. Now, it's retrospectively, I mean, I think the whole thing, because it was basically to keep his power, but saying ki chala lenge yahin se, that's never happened. Even like Jayalalitha and all
Also,
went.
when he came back, he said this election is a referendum on me. And if he loses,
Well, he tried that stunt in
44,
Lok Sabha.
25,
the
people of
latest
Delhi have
numbers
spoken.
of the vote share, I think there is a change now. Can we just see that? I don't know if
Anand
it is
coming
49,
there,
44,
Jayalalitha resigned.
49, 42.
He could
So
have-
it's
that's what I'm
49
saying.
and 42.
Maybe
So
that
the
would have
vote share
been
numbers
better
are
if he
also
resigned.
shifting.
I have
So
an
it's
interesting
now it's
Can I
7%.
tell you something interesting? Apart
Yeah.
from Delhi, there's another election happening which is in Milkipur.
Milkipur, yeah.
And BJP is leading there at the moment.
That's expected.
That's the prestige
record,
battle.
record
That's
numbers
expected.
of
In
voting.
Ayodhya.
It's a grudge match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a record turnout as far as voting is concerned in
Since
Milkipur.
you were asking about the women voter, Rahul, so out of the 41
There are
seats
two,
where
no?
women voted in higher numbers, BJP is leading in 24, AAP is leading in 16. So the women voter, the BJP seems to have clawed it out of the AAP's grasp.
Early days, of course, early days. I'm not going to right now hold my breath because this is going to be, it's not going to be easy. I think it's going to be one of those tough days where every vote will count. 48 is the margin.
You're saying
last.
that
That's
to
a
make
nice
it
graphic,
interesting,
Anand,
or
on the Humayun's
you're
tomb.
saying that because you cannot believe that Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party can be seen at 25 after having
look,
at 62.
I still believe that,
been.
look, some of the women voters that I spoke with who came from the more disadvantaged classes kept saying that they're going to be voting for the AAP. So I don't know. I'm still hedging my bets.
So that there is a huge chunk of voters who may still swing with the Aam Aadmi Party, and that may realize that may come to manifest on the screen. It's possible. Nearly 19 seats ahead right now, the BJP in terms of
I mean,
leads.
let me ask
That's
you a
so
thought-
that the AAP has to play some catch up to get to up to 36.
Anand, let me ask you this.
11
You know,
seats
you've
they
been
need to
asking
pull
all the
away,
questions. Let me ask you a question.
Jay.
If the AAP gets 42% of the vote, the BJP gets about 47% of the vote, if these things now hold and they get a majority, would the AAP say that we were out and we're a down and out party, or will they say, no, actually we got 42%. That means 42% of the people who press the button in Delhi still have faith in us. We are now the opposition party.
Here I'm going to quote Rashid Kidwai, who says that vote share is the bahana of the loser.
Loser's argument.
So it's the loser's argument. That's what Rashid Kidwai had come and said when we were speaking last and he was with us. So he said ki vote share is the bahana of the loser. So I'm going to stick to that, because for the Aam Aadmi Party, if you are losing vote share, if your top 3 leaders are trailing, and if you are not able to hold on to Delhi, then this was the fulcrum. This was the base from which you expanded into Punjab.
I think it's
you
almost
went to Haryana,
existential.
went to Himachal.
If
You
Kejriwal
tried to
loses-
become a national party using Delhi as your plank, and this was the Kejri model of governance, the fulcrum and the base for it. This is the fountainhead. If you've lost here, that means your political relevance nationally will get impacted and will get hurt. Griha, yes, Griha.
2,300, more than 2,300.
Yes,
Atishi, okay, we have an update on Atishi. The margin has really closed in. She's just trailing by 193. We have an update on Sisodia. Second round of counting in Jangpura is leading by over 2,300 votes. So there is a lead of Manish Sisodia that he has managed so far. And we're also getting an important update, Anand, from Rohini, where Aam Aadmi Party's Pradeep Mittal is leading, but that margin of Vijayendra Gupta and Pradeep just 48. So Atishi has also managed to in fact close in on that, and Sisodia has got the lead.
Yes, but the fact is Arvind Kejriwal at this point continues to trail, and this is very close. This is neck and neck. Three top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party should be racing away with the mandate from the time the boxes open, be it postal or EVM ballots. But it's becoming tight for them, and that's reflective of the fortunes of the AAP. Although the AAP now is playing catch up on the leaderboard. Now have a look at this.
42-27.
They have now come to 27 seats. The BJP's lead, which was nearly about 46 some time back, has come down to 42. So the gap is closing in, and the Aam Aadmi Party is inching closer to that halfway mark. They need to get 9 more seats to get to 36, whereas the BJP needs to hold on to this lead.
Which are the seats that they are flipping? Sultanpur, Majra, like I said about half an hour ago, BJP was leading. There, the AAP candidate is leading. You have Mangolpuri, where again, BJP was leading about half an hour ago. Now the AAP candidate is leading. In Mr. Vijayendra Gupta's seat, even though that lead is very, very narrow, 48 votes, as Griha was pointing out, Vijayendra Gupta is trailing right now in Rohini, and in Nangloi Jat, again, the AAP candidate there is leading. Also in Tilak Nagar, the AAP candidate there is leading. And in the neighboring constituency of Vikaspuri, again, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading. So it's closing in again, Rahul Shivshankar. It's 41 to BJP and 28 to Aam Aadmi Party.
We have Ramesh Biduri who's spoken. Let's just listen in.
दिल्ली की आपदा से लोग परेशान हैं और आपदा से परेशान होने के कारण दिल्ली में जो लोगों ने नर्क झेला है 10 साल, तो मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली के सम्मानित नागरिक पूर्ण बहुमत भारतीय जनता पार्टी को देंगे और जो देश में विकास हुआ है उस विकास को देखते हुए दिल्ली में भी विकास होना चाहिए। इस मानसिकता को लेकर लोग त्रस्त हैं। पानी एक बूंद बढ़ाया नहीं गया, वो 950 MGD पानी 1300 MGD चाहिए दिल्ली में। तो दिल्ली के लोगों ने इस बारी बदलाव का मूड रखा है और जो राष्ट्र के अंदर मोदी साहब ने विकास किया पूरे देश में, दिल्ली भी उसी दिशा में चले कि दिल्ली का विकास हो। इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी दिल्ली में, भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेगी। कुछ शीला जी के द्वारा सीटों का जो डिलिमिटेशन किसी ज़माने में कांग्रेस के द्वारा किया गया, जिससे खुद ही अपनी वो हिट विकेट शीला दीक्षित जी हुई थी, इस प्रकार की कॉन्स्पिरेसी करके कि वोटों को सीटों को इस तरह से बनाया गया। एक वर्ग है जो वर्ग भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट कास्ट करने में परहेज करता है, उनको धीरे धीरे जोड़ जाड़ के ऐसा करने का प्रयास शीला जी ने किया था। उस डेमोग्राफी के कारण केजरीवाल 2 बार चुनाव इसलिए जीत गए कि मुफ्त की रेवड़ी बांटनी और झूठे वायदे करने। अब 10 साल में केजरीवाल जी एक्सपोज हो गए कि वो केवल झूठे वायदे करते हैं, कर कुछ सकते नहीं है।
पीछे चल रही है सर, आप आगे लीड कर रहे हैं, किस तरीके से?
देखो, ये कालका जी की जनता का डेवलपमेंट को लेकर अगर उनको चाहिए डेवलपमेंट होगा तो स्वाभाविक है आतिशी की वो विदाई करेंगे। वो मैं कोई किसी को लीड देने वाला नहीं हूँ, ये कोई रेसलिंग नहीं है, ये कोई कंपटीशन टेस्ट दे के हम आगे नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं, ये जनता के आशीर्वाद का है। कालका जी की जनता आशीर्वाद अगर देगी तो स्वाभाविक है आतिशी को लौटना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आतिशी ने पिछले 5 साल में क्षेत्र में केजरीवाल जी ने दिल्ली में कुछ कराया नहीं है। और अगर इन परिस्थितियों में भी केजरीवाल को लोग अगर वोट देते हैं तो वो वर्ग जो देश में विकास, देश की तरक्की चाहता है, तो वो लोग वास्तव में इस बात को लेकर व्यथित होगा। लेकिन मेरा 100% मानना है कि इस बारी आपदा जा रही है और भाजपा आ रही है दिल्ली के विकास को लेकर।
बीजेपी के मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरा आप होंगे?
ये बेकार की बातें करने का लाभ नहीं है। हम सेवा के काम करने के लिए राजनीति में हैं। न तो केजरीवाल हमारे बारे में तय करेगा, न कोई और तय करेगा। हमारा पार्टी नेतृत्व है और हम किस व्यक्ति का कहाँ उपयोग होता है उस हिसाब से राष्ट्र के निर्माण में कौन कहाँ बढ़िया काम कर सकता है। हम जैसे पहले 3 बार विधायक रहे थे तब कौन से तब विकास सेवा की।
Election Commission also, the BJP has crossed the halfway mark at about 36 leads, but there is a realignment that is happening. The BJP's lead has slid to 40, Aam Aadmi Party catching up and nearing the 30 number at 29. Arvind Kejriwal, for the first time since counting has begun, has now moved into the lead. Zaka Jacob.
Jangpura also, Mr. Sisodia is leading in Jangpura and Mr. Kejriwal is leading in New Delhi. I think in a matter of about half an hour, you will see Atishi also catch up on the lead which is perhaps why Mr. Biduri came quickly and gave his bite. But I think slowly you're seeing that catch-up happening.
Since 30 and 39 now, both of them in 30s in terms of leads also.
So for the first time since counting began, Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Sisodia are both leading right now.
So Ravi Srivastava finally chirping
finding
a bit,
voice.
smiling a bit, finding his voice because the AAP is now getting into the
But if
competition
the
a bit.
Axis poll or the other polls are to hold, the exit polls, then this is where things will start breaking away. That the AAP will get restricted to about 28, 29, and the BJP will start streaking ahead. Now, we'll have to watch that, because if that doesn't happen, that means the exit polls were slightly off the mark. This is going to be a really tight contest, and it's going to go down to the wire. Until 12 o'clock, we may not even still have a result, which is worthy of being called.
I think this election, either the Aam Aadmi Party will face an existential crisis or the exit poll industry, because they can't keep getting it wrong again and again.
What a disaster for the exit polls.
So one of the other entities will have existential crisis, either the AAP or the exit poll industry. Yes, Kriha. Arvind Kejriwal leading now. Yes.
Trailing Jaka. So even as Arvind Kejriwal has managed that lead, Saurabh Bhardwaj, one of the key candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party, is now trailing by just 250, in fact, by 459 votes, I'm told. Atishi's margin has also now increased back to over 1,000 votes, in fact, 1,100, that Mr. Biduri is in fact leading as far as Kalka ji is
Saurabh
concerned.
is now trailing.
And 254, that's the lead for Arvind Kejriwal from New Delhi.
Only
now,
by
Saurabh Bhardwaj, everyone was saying, has done the best
but
work.
He's trailing. I think this is really close. It's going to go down to the wire till
now see again
noon,
flip-flop happened. AAP slips to 28. BJP
You
leads to
cannot have
42.
a one-sided
with
horse
each
race.
round of counting and each constituency, I think the leads will be very, very tight
I
fights.
mean, if you're talking about a 42% vote share,
Yeah.
even at the worst, all exit polls said the the AAP will get 42%. That means it's going to be in the running for a long time.
Well, Ramesh Biduri, who's just once again got into the lead against Atishi, is with us, and Alka Lamba is with us here. Ananya, yes.
कि आम आदमी पार्टी एक्सपोज 100% हो गई। दिल्ली के लोगों ने उनको एक चांस दिया था, उन्होंने झूठ बोला, पहले 5 साल में कुछ नहीं किया, मुझे मोदी जी काम नहीं करने दे रहे। अब उन्होंने माना है कि मैं सड़कें नहीं बना पाया, जबना साफ नहीं कर पाया, खुद मान लिया। अब नहीं कहा उन्होंने मुझे मोदी जी काम नहीं करने दे रहे, क्योंकि अगर वो ये कहते तो फिर दिल्ली की जनता कहती कि मोदी जी तो 5 साल और प्रधानमंत्री रहने वाले हैं, तो हम क्यों तुझे वोट दें, क्यों विकास कराएं। तो कुछ लोगों ने, जो केजरीवाल ने रेवड़ियां बांटी अपने निजी लोगों को, और कुछ गरीब लोगों को उन्होंने, अपने निजी लोगों को और कुछ गरीब लोगों को उन्होंने जो रेवड़ी बांटकर लालच देने का काम किया था, उसमें काफ़ी हद तक लोगों ने उनको नकार दिया है।
बार बार ये कहा जा रहा है कि जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है उसका इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, पुलिस का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, वोट को इधर उधर करने के लिए। किस तरीके से आप
ये शुरू से ट्रेंड चला रहा है, अपनी कभी कोई देखता नहीं है। चोर अदालत में खड़ा होकर कभी थोड़ी कहता मैंने चोरी की है, पुलिस ने मुझे नाजायज बंद कर दी है। तो एजेंसियां, संस्थाएं कभी किसी को चुनाव बनाती होती तो इमरजेंसी के दौरान भी इंदिरा जी ने इमरजेंसी लगाई थी, 77 में चुनाव हुए थे और इंदिरा जी को लोगों ने हटा दिया था जी। तो संस्थाएं, एजेंसियां अपना काम करती हैं, इसी काम के लिए बनाए, लोकतंत्र को स्थापित रखने के लिए। उन पर झूठे दोषारोपण नहीं करने चाहिए।
So this was Mr. Ramesh Biduri who was speaking to us. You heard him saying that the Aam Aadmi Party has lost its mandate. The people of Delhi are not choosing the Aam Aadmi Party, and all the allegations that have been leveled by, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party, as far as the Election Commission is concerned, all of them are completely baseless. Because
well, we'll have to see whether or not he holds on to that lead that he has, Ananya, right now. Whether or not he has that lead, which is a slender one, about 1,100 votes, as we got the report from the live result hub, vis-a-vis Atishi and Alka Lamba. So 42 leads for the BJP, 28 for the Aam Aadmi Party. The Congress lead has also gone away.
Yeah,
so the
Badli
Congress
seat,
is 0 now.
Yeah,
so the Badli seat has now flipped.
BJP is leading.
So the BJP has now taken the Badli seat away from the Congress party. So the Congress is at 0. I'm going to check if Nikul Patel is still with us. But what does this then define national politics? How is it defined? So it's a live studio. It's about 9:45 in the morning. All of you watching this broadcast, our viewers must be just having a breakfast and then that half cup of chai or coffee, as your habit is. There is food doing the rounds even on our tables here quietly with all our guests sneaking in
Except
a few
for the two of us.
Except for the two of us who are standing here and getting you this coverage.
Sing for your support.
No, I'll tell you what. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, viewers, if you help us out, here's the promise that we are making. If you help us out, if you are with us right through this result day live coverage, and if we are the #1 on YouTube, if we are the #1 on television, if we are the #1 across the platforms, because you are sticking with us as we get you the real numbers, you will see song and dance here. That's what we can promise.
So
it doesn't matter which party wins, which party loses.
We are leading on YouTube with 3,13,000 concurrent viewers right now.
Yeah, it's got to happen till the result happens. It's got to happen till the result consolidates. So you got to stay with us and you will see song and dance here. That's the promise we can make. Not because a political party has won or a pollster has got something right. It's because you are with us here on News 18. Yeah.